Disclaimer, I don't mean this to to dismiss anybody's hard work, but when we say that somebody that is very inspiring or heavily influential in a certain area, we talk about how disciplined they are to stay consistent with practice and training, etc., etc. But I think what's really going on is they're obsessed and then they become successful. And then when we see that they're successful, we want to do what they did in order to be successful, while their original intentions weren't to train hard to be successful, but rather they just got addicted to the thing that they're passionate about. And I don't mean addiction in, with a negative connotation, but basically they became obsessed with it. It was their passion. And then we looked at it, saw that it was successful, and then we tried to duplicate it without it being our passion. And I think that is why we have to do extra work, become disciplined, because it's not our passion. We're just trying to mimic the process of success. I don't know, just a thought. Because they say discipline is better than motivation, but sometimes I believe we mistake obsession for discipline. I really do. Because using myself as an example, some things that I some things that seemed like I was just disciplined to do, they're really so subconscious to the point where if I wasn't doing them, I was like craving it. So if you go a certain time without doing something and you begin to crave it, I don't think that's just having discipline. I think you're genuinely obsessed with doing that thing. And whether or not that's a good thing is determined by uh, what that thing is doing to serve you. So if it's a good thing, then it's a good habit. But if it's more harmful in the long run, then it's simply a bad habit. But I think it's just a habit. This is why I'm saying now, the same way they say hard work beats talent, I think obsession beats obligation. Because when you think that's what you have to do to become successful, that's obligation. But if you're doing it because you would do it for free, because that's just your thing, that is the thing that's more likely to uh, guide your success. Because looking at all these examples of people, the athletes, the uh, you know, the scholars, the whatever else. the way they talk about their craft, it doesn't really seem like I wasn't really interested in this thing, but I knew that staying consistent was necessary for me to, get to where I was going. The steps, that applies to the smaller steps under the umbrella of the initial passion. I don't think that applies to the whole thing. Doing what you got to do, even if you don't necessarily want to, that applies to all the things on the checklist, the waking up early or whatever else. But the thing is, when you have an obsession, it makes all those things less challenging. When you're just trying to mimic somebody, those things are really hard because you don't necessarily care for the craft. You just want the results of someone who's obsessed with it. That's not the same thing. Heck, take content creation for instance. There were people genuinely passionate about making videos, editing videos, making people laugh, entertaining people, etc., playing video games, etc. But then when they started blowing up, getting millions, some even billions of views, and being able to monetizing to the point where they could take care of themselves and live luxuriously, people who weren't interested in being seen in any way saw that and tried to mimic it, and now you have the content creation of today. People who aren't truly passionate about the videography and the editing and all that stuff. That was like the OG YouTube days. And then it was like everybody wants to blow up on TikTok. Everybody wants to do it fast. Everybody's doing whatever they can. This is low-key a different topic, but this goes back to what I was saying about attention. It's literally just as long as I can grab your attention to give me a view and a like. People are way less creative. People are way less original. People are way less truly dedicated. It's all algorithm and trend. Anyways, I digress.